Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The strains of the national anthem of Australia.
So it's away we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, he's having a go!
And that was too close for comfort.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
Tries to pass it through.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Australia have their second corner now. They've played it short.
And a header! No, just not quite.
So it is still 0-0.
And no, that was never going to make it. Suter. Looking for options for movement.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Irankunda. And he's intervened well there. That's a sharp pass.
Oh, that's a key interception.
Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Cross into the box.
Can he get it through?
And the ball is out of play.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
Well, a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal.
And this is Marmoush. Wriggles his way through. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Added time.
And he cuts out the supply. That's it, 45 minutes up. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps.
What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
Chance, surely! Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah makes a dash for it. Oh, now he can run away with it. Look at the space. Goes for a shot! Well taken goal. It is an explosive start to the second half. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Egypt have broken through. It's 1-0.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he
Tries a shot! And it's in! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Simplicity itself.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Good ball over the top. And into the grateful arms of the keeper.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
And they're back on the ball again. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he skips past his man. Goes looking wide. He is through here. And that's been drilled in. Goal! Egypt! And they've got their lead back. Egypt leading now. Nicely weighted ball. Shoots! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Pressure coming in from all directions. He's found a way through. Space for him to turn and look.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That's put paid to the danger. He's had it taken off him. Looking to play him in. He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Australia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
I think we're just about done here.
Australia really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Incoming delivery. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Number 11, number 4, number 5, coming on the field.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes.
Number 16.
Erankunda. He's a sharp little ball here. And a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Shot a goal! And there's a goal! We thought they were done, but never say never. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And we're done.
So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. The strains of the national anthem of Australia.
Australia have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing, and I think we're going to see that reflected.
And that gets things running. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line, because there's nothing this guy relishes more than space to run into, and once he gets there, he's gone.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two.
And there's his chance to lead the counter. Trezeguet. Oh, he's having a go! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Trezeguet actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals.
Australia definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter.
Marmouche! Now, who's going to be first to this? That's good running with the ball. Tries to pass it through. Abdul Monem. This is a promising build-up. No, not quite on the same wavelength.
Could move up a gear here.
Good ball, good take. Trezeguet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Now there's a fine ball, and he's running through. He's having a shot! Egypt with the corner, they're first. Crossing, and a header! Goal! Egypt! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Number 22, Marmouche.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Marmouche!
Oh, the ball's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Played it again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And the referee has signalled for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
I think the scoreline probably is a fair reflection of the first half. If there is perhaps one criticism I can make, it would be the wastefulness in front of goal. You really ought to be putting those chances away. They have to make up for that.
Egypt can look back at a decent first half. 1-0 the score. And hostilities have resumed. It's Salah! It's a loose ball.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Oh, he's on great chance! Australia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
The attendance for
He won't be
this match
happy with that one.
29,514.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Space for him to turn and look.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
He's picked his way through. Great chance! It's hit the upright. Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal. Now he's got space here. Shoots! Goal! Egypt! And they get themselves in front! There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Number 7.
Egypt have their lead. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Suter cuts out the pass. Just about up to 75 minutes. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that was vital. Threads one in. Oh, good ball!
Oh, well played. Kept cool and dealt with it.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Marmoush! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Substitution for Australia.
Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
And this is Mohamed Salah. Driving through them. Mohamed Salah!
Mohamed Salah really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment. Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer, and quickly.
Nicely weighted ball. Mohamed Salah. Lecky. And that's that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Stood up well to him there.
The referee's awarded a free kick.
Shifted it to the flank. Space for him to turn and look.
They've played it short.
Chance to shoot! And he's done it!
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Australia make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Looking to play him in. Ambitious ball here.
Out of play for a goal kick.
Egypt really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He is through here.
Shoots! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Showing great feet there. Great work on the overlap.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
Suta. Irankunda. Great vision. He's on it. Can he get away? Big chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Minutes gone.
Irankunda really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being...
Chance!
And here's Marmoush. That's very neat.
Shot a goal! And for a moment, time stood still.
Knocks it into space.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
And he cuts out the supply.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Irankunda, he's found a way through.
There's the shot!
That's the end of the first 45. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Everyone, please welcome
Egypt
the two sides.
currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
And so the action is resumed. Can he finish?
Nearly, but not quite.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
It's a pretty loose pass.
And he's lost his man here. And he shoots!
Well taken goal. A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And yes, it's him
And a header! That's another chance!
What a save from Ryan!
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
That's good running with the ball, and it's played.
Gets his head on it!
It's a goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The attendance for this
Shifting
match was
momentum, perhaps.
29,514.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
It's a good foot in there.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Could be danger here, and the shot! He's got away with one there.
Egypt may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Trezeguet wants to run onto this. Bullish header!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
It's offside and that'll count for nothing.
Well, I think he knew, Peter, the way he sheepishly looked across.
Disappointment and relief on either side, nothing doing. Irankunda with 2 goals already to his name. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Looking for the run.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a sharp pass. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, that's a key interception. Australia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up. Mohamed Salah! And that's in. Egypt are level. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Australia choosing to make the first change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Well, what a game we have. Takes a shot! Goal! Egypt! And the comeback is complete. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Australia really were asking for trouble there by failing to cope with a formidable press.
And he's done it again, he's got his second. Australia have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Suta. Egypt, moments now away from seeing this one out. That has been knocked clear.
Has been indicated.
Lecky. He's shifting through the gears here.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I lad ambitious and adventurous too.
There's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And it's been taken short. And a chance! And that is doing no harm at all. And that is that. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Mohamed Salah, voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game seemingly destined for stalemate, but then the ultimate smash and grab.
Well, I thought only one team could win this, certainly in the last few minutes, Peter. They didn't half make it hard on themselves, but sometimes you just...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Begley.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Things already... He's having a shot!
A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Well, that was really good running. The more he moved with it, the more he realised that taking the shot was his only option.
He's had it taken off him. So what can they make of this? Neatly clipped into space.
There's the shot! Goal! Egypt! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Number 7.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
It's Salah!
Great defending, strong and determined. Now it's Trezeguet.
They've won a corner.
Egypt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Deftly away.
Now, who's going to be first to this?
Oh, crack.
Oh, shooting chance! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
A finish of great intelligence. He just understood, and he executed so smoothly.
Well, I think he knew all he had to do was get it under control, and it was always going to end up in the back of the net thereafter.
Egypt are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That's a cute ball. It's a throw-in. And he's being shifted off it. It's a pretty loose pass. Irankunda is onto this. He's found a way through.
Big chance! It's in! As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Number 23.
Australia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, sweet feet. Suter did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Mohamed Salah. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Shapes to shoot! And there's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, this is nothing less than they deserve, Peter. They're in the driving seat now.
Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score. So Mohamed Salah! Brilliant! Brilliant! Mohamed Salah! That is a gem! An absolute gem! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
After 49 minutes is...
So smooth, a signature finish.
Yeah, great movement and great use of space to get on the end of the pass, and that pretty much did it.
It's starting to look like a done deal now. He is through here. And it's made its way to him. Can he finish? It's a goal! And they are right back within touch. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Number 14.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Oh, that's a key interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's been cut out, well played. Australia are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Trezeguet. This looks promising. Oh, what a ball! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Aimed beyond the defence. It's Salah! Mo Salah! Sensational! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game all about him. He's got a fantastic appetite for goals.
Egypt visibly comfortable, now up by 3. Can he get away here? Mohamed Salah! And that's off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That is ended up in no man's land. Marmoush, nice looking ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but
he's had a go! Just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Egypt have their second corner now.
Number 7.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Mohamed Salah. It's Salah! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Mohamed Salah really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. Australia making further changes here and in quick succession.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Number 8.
Lucky! Now, how often do you see that? Oh, he's having a go! Lacking in accuracy.
6 added minutes.
Trezeguet looking understandably energised after his goal. Oh, easy pickings there. Tries to play it through. Shot could... Real chance! And that is doing no harm at all. Egypt clearly now in lead present. Takes a shot! And with that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot were simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, so welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
So straight into the action. Played into space.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He leaps for it! And he's taking no chances there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Nicely weighted ball. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Trezeguet. Marmoush. He has a look up. It's Salah!
Mohamed Salah really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Irankunda. Oh, there's a probing ball. And here's the chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And the finish! And one more try! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Egypt certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Still goalless. Knocks it into space. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Irankunda just eases him off the ball. And here's Mohamed Salah. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. And it's made its way to him. Trezeguet. Marmoush. A probing pass. Ryan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. And here's Marmoush. Can he get away here? Marmoush! Oh, the ball... And the keeper couldn't hold it. Goal! Egypt! And Egypt are in front. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, he's all alone! And it's half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
OK, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Egypt are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. So we're underway for the second half.
Egypt definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to...
It's Salah! That was superb goalkeeping.
Mohamed Salah clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Trezeguet. Cross goes in there. Gets his head on it! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now it's Mohamed Salah, played into space, plays it in low. Ryan deals with that nice and simple. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Closing in on... He's had a shot! And a neat finish! 2 up now, and they are cruising. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Australia are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least.
Great chance! It's a goal! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
Australia choosing to make the first change.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
Australia cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs. Australia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Australia have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
In it comes.
Egypt surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Caught offside that time. Australia making further changes here, and in quick succession.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Can he get it through? And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Pinches it off him. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, played right into his path. Looks like he's been given offside again here. Yes, he has.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Australia, disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Flashes it across. That should be the goalkeepers, and it is.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
And this is Mohamed Salah! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Punched away. Irankunda. This looks promising. And that's it. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's a performance you can't really complain about, both in terms of inspiration and industry. It was a hard-working win, but when...
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi, Peter. It's great to be here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. So off we go then. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher. Opposition defences are going to have to be wary about playing a high line, because there's nothing this guy relishes more.
And the finish! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's a loose ball. He's having a hit! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Can he finish? It's off target and by quite a way.
Trezeguet clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there.
Oh, that's fabulous. Delivers the ball. There's the header! Goal! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Australia have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now. Egypt really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
And here's Marmoush. Shoots! And there's a goal. They're level in a trice.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Egypt are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Egypt restore parity.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And the shot! And another try! Against the crossbar. Marmoush. Can he get on the end of this? And he plays one through. Oh, what a... It's Salah! Goal! Egypt! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to...
Tries a shot! And it's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, it seems to me they'll both be pushing for another now. Could be a critical phase.
And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Abdul Monem. Marmoush. Now he's got space here. And the through ball. And that brings the first half to a close. Egypt are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. And that's the second half started. The less said about that pass, the better. He's got away. It's an early cross. Getting up there! That's a pretty loose pass. Marmoush, lovely pass, but can he get there?
Oh, super ball! Can he finish?
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just
Big chance!
Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Well, I'm not sure what went through his mind there. Reverse psychology, perhaps. Didn't do much apart from making himself look a bit silly in the end.
Just about up to the hour now. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Looking to play him in.
He's having a pop! And again!
Now, who's going to be first to this? Irankunda. And he skips past his man, and he's managed to get free, and he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Irankunda was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
And he's had it nicked away. They'll have one final crack at it. He's in a great position here. Quick look, then plays it in.
Egypt really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And he's been shifted off it. And it's Salah.
And a chance!
And the ball's come loose here. Now some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking...
Oh, good climb! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Well, this is simple. The supply is to be admired. The defending is to be admonished. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Spread neatly. A quick look, thought about cutting inside.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Space for him to turn and look.
And the shot! Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
He made it happen. And that is that. Egypt can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
So we're up and running. Tries to pass it through. Irankunda. Oh, and he shoots! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Still a great ball to get him in on goal like that, Peter. But it deserved more than an apologetic thumbs up, I think.
Salah tries to play it through. And here's Mohamed Salah, and he's had a shot! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Egypt with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. Neither side yet able to find the net. And the pass is intercepted.
This is the time you need that pace.
And here's Marmoush. Now it's Trezeguet. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rate it in or suffer the consequences.
Judge, surely! Same again, same outcome.
Egypt really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Egypt have their second corner now. And now they can spring out of defence. He's having a pop! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Knocks it into space. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well, that pass isn't the best. Australia have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really.
And the shot! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
He is through here.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. And this is Marmoush. And Marmoush! Goal! Egypt! And we have liftoff. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Number 22, Marmoush.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! And that is wildly off target.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Egypt up by one goal at the halfway point.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Egypt looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Back on the way then. Gets his head on it! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Pass is just off target. Oh, good-looking ball. And here's the chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Aimed beyond the defence. He's found the way through. Hangs in across. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Egypt are ahead here by what is still the only goal. Suter with the clearance.
The attendance for this match was 28,599.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That's a nicely shaped ball.
Chance! It's fallen kindly here. It's off target and by quite a way.
Good piece of opportunism there, but wasn't able to turn it home in the end.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Australia are looking to break at pace. Now it's Trezeguet, and he's worked it through.
Mohamed Salah! And he scores! But that is not going to count.
Yeah, just fractionally late, but it's the right call.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call.
Australia can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Egypt leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here.
It's Salah!
Mohamed Salah gets flagged offside.
Egypt clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Australia making further changes here and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Number 7, number 22.
Played out towards the right wing. It's a promising position. Delivered low.
Oh no, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
So a lead courtesy of an own goal.
And this is Marmouche.
Good ball, good take.
Bullish header! And he's stuck it away. But oh, it's offside.
And needless to say, he disagrees.
Disappointment and relief on either side. Nothing doing. Lecky. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
And this is Mohamed Salah.
That looks a good ball.
Marmouche! Oh, that could be pivotal! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Egypt look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic, I would think, as the opposition try tooth and nail.
He's going for goal! That was superb goalkeeping!
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
He has a look up. And a chance! And it's come back out to him. And that is as much as we have time for.
What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight in, and the shot! Superb goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. That's a sharp pass. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Can he get away here? Now, has he got the beating of his marker here? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And here's Marmoush. Egypt leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Quarter of an hour played.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Suta. Irankunda. He has found the way through. Now can he find a finish? Chance for a shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Spirited to say the least. Certainly gave this crowd something to really cheer about.
Some good work on the right flank here. In towards the back stick. Impressive jump. That's another chance. And he's stuck it away. And they're threatening to fly away here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
Egypt are doing very nicely, thank you.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it.
Big chance! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, it's good movement though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Ambitious ball here. That's been slipped through. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. And he's running through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's made its way to him. Crosses it in. Great chance! And it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
A case... And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Egypt absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves. Just stay calm and see this one out.
Egypt looking like the only team in this. They lead by 3. So we're straight...
Mohamed Salah!
And that's gone loose.
Closing... Tries a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out!
The cutback.
Oh, great leap! No, not the best of headers.
Tries to pass it through. Space for him to turn and look. No, that's too long.
He is through here.
Steaming on goalwards.
Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can hurt with their...
He's in, what goes for a shot! Well taken goal. This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
In with the challenge. So what can they make of this?
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
He's shifting through the gears here. Shoots! He's put his foot right through that one.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Substitution for Australia. Number 11.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
He's got away. Chance! And a neat finish. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
So we have further activity on the bench here. At least that has given their people something to smile about.
Floated through.
Ryan breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
Number 22.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Into the last 5 minutes.
Oh, this looks sharp.
This looks promising, and he's managed to get...
There's the shot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Oh, good spread.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Looking to play him in. He has found the way through. And he's whipped it across. Ryan claims it without any fuss. And that's it. Egypt can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Marmoush voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So things are underway. No, he's just misjudged that one. He's looking wide. Now that looks a decent ball. Flashes it across. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Tries to play it through. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. The muscular approach does pay off here. Looking to play him in. That is good alertness.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and
goes for goal! Fantastic from Marmoush!
that is a gem! An absolute gem!
And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Egypt have fired themselves in front.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Referee's had a good look and given a corner. Oh, great leap! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Marmoush, big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And here's Mohamed Salah. Close. And the finish!
He almost caught everyone out there the way he just eked out the room to get the shot in. Australia always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
He's had it taken off him. Irankunda, he's picked his way through. He's free, decent chance! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So they have it all to do again.
There's been a genuine flow to this game so far, but that might mark a major shift in momentum now.
Irankunda looking for options for movement, and he's straight offside.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Threads one in. Well read, nice interception. Now he's off and running. And the counter is on. That's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Everyone, please.
So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Well, it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Erankunda knocks it into space, and the shot! Goal! Egypt! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated?
Great vision. And that's aimed into the middle.
Been there, done that, unfortunately. You immediately want to have another go. Believe me on that.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again, and it's Salah! And yes, it's there! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Wonderfully smooth, smart, and slick.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Mohamed Salah.
Egypt go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming?
He's there to hit it! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating.
He's having a hit! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Short changes him with that pass. Good take, and he shoots! And that really should have been that.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Can he get on the end of this? Space for him to turn and look. Hangs one. There's the header! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Now it's Mohamed Salah, and it's made its way to him, and it tries one from range. It's run loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Mohamed Salah! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Mohamed Salah.
Australia have turned to their bench and we're going to have a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Egypt, palpably stronger, better, superior.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
5 minutes to add. Oh, such a clever touch. He's had a shot! And somehow he's managed to miss it.
Substitution for Australia. Number 5.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And we're done. Egypt looking by any yardstick formidable, truly enjoyable to watch and clearly so together. That was a terrific day for them. Marmoush picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Your final thoughts, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
Please have your entry tickets at hand.
That's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm?
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's main
Shot, surely! Goal! And that's got him off to a flyer!
Well, talking about stepping things up from the off, that's how you start a football match.
Really tidily gathered and ultimately a more than tidy finish.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Australia gain their reward with...
And Marmouche!
Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
And the counter is on. He is through here.
Looking for options for moves.
Takes a shot! Off the post. Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Mohamed Salah!
Well, now
That's another chance. He's got a goal. They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, that's great movement from him. He instinctively knew that the ball was going to come back out and put himself where he needed to be. The sort of thing you just can't teach.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Egypt really will fancy their chances now. They need to make the most of the momentum, but they have...
Oh, he's having a go!
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Egypt with the corner, they're first. It's a clearance, but not much of one. Australia are looking to go forward now. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Oh, that's well spotted. Played down the flank. Now that looks a decent ball. He has found the way through.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Marmouche. Can he get on the end of this? Floated through. Ryan claims comfortably. Trezeguet. Great ball. Decent chance! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
And not just close, agonisingly close.
Oh, that's fabulous. Looking to play him in. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's fallen loose again.
Has been indicated.
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
So all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. Egypt get the second half going. Looking for the run.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Picked out brilliant. Big chance! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Marmouche looking to add to his goal. And here's... Can he finish? He's scored!
Well, I'd love to know, Peter, what kind of chin-up the players got in order for that to happen so soon. Whatever was said by the boss, who's looking absolutely pumped on that sideline, really has given all of those players a renewed sense of purpose.
After 54 minutes is number 10.
And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Egypt have their lead.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain.
And he shoots! And yes, it's there! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
after 57 minutes is...
Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Australia dragged themselves back again.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can...
Tries one from range! There was plenty of power on that.
The attendance for this match was
Good ball, good take.
20,997.
No, that's been intercepted. Australia appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He's got away.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Suta gets across to intercept that. And they can counter here. Irankunda pinches it off him. Egypt needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Played out wide. Ryan deals with that nice and simple.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
That's the keeper's ball. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Now it's Mohamed Salah.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And he's managed to get free. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
3 minutes added time.
And here's the chance to counter. And the number on the board is 3. And this is Mohamed Salah. Oh, that's a key interception. There you have it. The referee says that time is up. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. The strains of the national anthem of Australia. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add. And it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course. So with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play. And of course, the right service into the box.
So it's down to business here. Space for him to turn and look. Crosses it in here.
Shot at goal! He's scored! The ideal start!
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who is left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
It is a super start. So far, so very good. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And he's... Mohamed Salah! Now, who's going to be... Oh, he's been caught on it here. Keeper's dealt with that. He'll try from distance. Oh, it's hit the post. Pulls it back.
It's been pretty high-tempo stuff from the off here, Peter. A good show of intent, I would say.
It's Salah! And it's hit the woodwork and out.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. And we have our very first corner. Cleared without hesitation. Australia are looking to go forward now. He's got away. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And he's got the beating of his man. He's having a hit! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
Well, talking about creating a problem for yourself, OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Now it's Mohamed Salah, chips it through, and a shot! And that's a tidy finish. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
For Egypt, after 31 minutes.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
We're looking at a different game now.
Oh, there's a genuine sense of tit for tat here, Peter. Neither side seems willing to back off here. This is a terrific watch.
Well read, and the danger is averted. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Trezeguet, Marmoush, and there's green grass ahead of Mohamed Salah! Goal! Egypt! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Egypt with the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
He's shifting through the gears here. He's rising! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Oh, that's a key interception.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Can he get on the end of this? Good read, needed to be. Out of play for a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. So a temporary halt to the action. Well, we have quite a thrilling narrative here. Despite their early setback, they are now the ones in the driving seat, and all of a sudden things are looking pretty rosy. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
Egypt are leading by 1 in a finely poised game. It's 2-1 at half-time.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
So, into the second half. And this is Marmoush. Mohamed Salah. And that's a simple one for the keeper.
Pretty robust defending.
That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Great vision. And he's managed to get free. Great chance! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Well, that was certainly impressive, Peter. Great run, just a shame the finish let him down.
Marmoush looking to add to his goal. Irankunda.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Abdul Monem.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Marmoush. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Trezeguet. Well, he's going for goal! Oh, nearly. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Could be danger here. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Coming on to replace him is number 8.
Towering header! And yes, it's there! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
After 77 minutes is
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Quite a game this, all square again.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Australia have opted to make another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Suter. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner. And Marmoush! Fantastic from Marmoush! A finish right from the top draw. And again they hit the front. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Egypt are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Egypt leading now.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Suter spots it and intercepts. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Goes for a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Irankunda really looked so good there, didn't he, making his run? Did he rush the finish a bit? Perhaps.
No, he's not getting past him. He's had a shot! And that's in. We thought they were done, but never say never. Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve.
And that will be it. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Marmoush voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.
Celebrating their birthdays today.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. The strains of the national anthem of Australia.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.